Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. I hope you are doing great in Ramadan Al-Mubarak. Okay, today lecture is lecture 10, Introduction to Landscape Planning, which is the second big topic of this syllabus, TPS 483. The first topic is where we focus on the recreational area and public space. We emphasize on the public park, playground, the design and planning principles that involve an inclusive design. We also learned the process of preparing the recreational master plan, the benefits of doing recreational activities, the user, the habits and the preferences. Also include the challenges in providing a good recreational park for everyone. So I really hope that you understand the first sections of this syllabus while we are moving forward to the landscape planning. So this lecture will cover the definitions of landscape and landscape planning, second, types of landscape, importance of landscape planning and in the context of sustainable development, elements in designing the sustainable landscape, and the last is issues and challenges in the landscape. Okay, so from this photo, you can see how the scenario in our global, in the global, which is most of our forests or our green area are being demolished and destroyed by the developer to build a new township, to build a new development. The issue is because the population will keep on increase year by year, and most of them is migrate or from the rural area to the urban area. So our urban area become congested with the people, so that we have to provide the houses, we have to provide the school, a lot of building we need to build. So we have to sacrifice, or we had to demolish the trees and or the forest to build a new houses. So but unfortunately you will have the impact of global climate change, which is the global crisis. So you feel more panas, hujan makin lebat, banjir, a lot of disaster come to the city due to the human activities. So landscape is very important. As a town planner, you have also have a general knowledge on the landscape. We focus on the landscape planning, okay, but before that we go to what is landscape designing. Okay, landscape designing takes society appreciation for the beauty, because that's the normal ataupun fitrah manusia, which is manusia suka tengok benda-benda yang cantik, okay, and then you want to make peace in your mind. Okay, so you are dah kerja Isnin to Friday, kerja pagi sampai ke malam, so on weekend you want to see something yang more relax. Okay, so that's why you go to park. Okay, park bukan kosong, park bukan semata-mata ada jogging track ataupun ada exercise equipment, ada playground, but also they provide a trees. Okay, ada element trees, element green, and then ada lake, so ada element water dekat situ. So they make the balance, they make the harmony in that area, in the public space. Okay. So basically, definitions of landscape will cover four. First, landscape as a picture representing natural scenery ataupun view yang cantik, pemandangan yang semula jadi. Landscaping as the act of improving or changing the natural features or appearance of a terrain. So ini kalau dekat kawasan yang berslope ataupun kawasan yang bercuram dekat lereng bukit, you will see that a lot of tree plant on the terrain. Okay, so dia punya rules, satu, untuk elakkan berlakunya landslide, untuk menguatkan tanah supaya mengelakkan pergerakan tanah kalau berlakunya heavy rainfall. Second, untuk beautify ataupun to improve the view, pemandangan dekat kawasan tu. Bila ada pokok, so kita pun rasa selamat untuk lalu kawasan tu, ataupun kita rasa yakin yang kawasan tu selamat tak berlakunya landslide. Okay, landscape as the work of planning, designing and supervising of beautification works in the area, usually containing a building. This is what I mean as harmony between the building and the natural element ataupun green element. Landscaping spaces are organized through the use of principles of unity, balance, essence, focalization, scale, proportion, harmony, harmony, rhythm, variety, sequence and emphasize. Okay, so principle ni adalah design principle. Okay, when you want to design landscape, you have to consider the principle. You tak boleh, you cannot simply design ataupun just letak pokok suka hati you nak tanam kat mana. Okay, you have to consider dia punya ketinggian, spesies pokok, color dia, bau dia, rupa bentuk dia, and then how about the maintenance, adakah dia melibatkan cost maintenance yang tinggi ataupun murah. Okay, landscape is a part of Earth's surface, consists of a variety of geographic features that characteristic of the area. Okay, so this means that landscape pun memainkan peranan dalam menentukan ataupun membentuk identiti sesebuah bandar. Okay, you will see dekat kawasan bandar yang metropolitan macam Kuala Lumpur, landscape-nya macam mana. Kalau dekat kawasan ataupun bandar yang lebih bersifat pentadbiran macam Putrajaya, macam mana. Kalau bandar ataupun kawasan yang lebih ke arah pelancongan, macam mana. Kalau landscape, kalau kawasan ataupun bandar yang lebih kepada heritage value, landscape-nya macam mana. Okay, so spesies-spesies tree ni sebenarnya dia ada karakter dia yang represent image. Okay, landscape is also one of the most visual needs of people. Okay, so bila dekat depan rumah awak ataupun in your area, in your neighborhood area ada green, ada playground. Okay, so dia bukan benefits pada physical, which is you can do exercise, you can you can do your physical activity, but at the same time dia bagi benefits to your mental. Okay, as you know, mental health crisis is ranked number 2 in Malaysia after the heart disease, selepas sakit jantung. That's why awak tengok ramai orang bawah 30 dah ada penyakit jantung meninggal sebab serangan sakit jantung, because of you are not make it balance between your work and your lifestyle. Okay, merokok, tak jaga makan, obesity, tak exercise, itu adalah punca-punca berlakunya ataupun mengidap sakit jantung. Okay, and then mental pun sama. Okay, you stress out dengan your kerja, dengan study, so you need some time to break. You need your weekend ataupun waktu malam untuk lebih bertenang. Landscape is an environment, sustain us as creatures, display us as a culture. Yang ni kalau awak pergi Melaka, you will see all the villages, rumah-rumah kampung dekat situ ada memang colourful, very colourful. Okay, banyak jenis-jenis bunga, pokok yang ditanam dekat depan rumah, dekat halaman rumah kampung kan besar kan. So they have a lot of species, pokok-pokok bunga, because of orang, I don't know, maybe it's a culture. Orang dulu, orang di kampung memang suka perkara-perkara ataupun benda-benda yang bersifat colourful, yang cantik. Okay, mereka suka berhias. Kalau tengok colour of the building tu pun memang very shocking colour, langsir, especially during the hari raya. Okay, when we talk about landscape pun sama, it represent culture. Kalau pergi kampung Motem ataupun Bukit Cina dekat Melaka ni, you will see all the types of plants. Bandar lah, kalau kat usaha bandar macam ni, yang this one dekat Eco Brander. Okay, so kalau you tengok dekat landscape ni, dia seperti ada sense of welcoming ataupun sense of inviting. So once bila you drive and then you enter the area, you will see that all the big trees. Lepas tu trees tu dia punya shape ataupun dia punya form is very consistent. Okay, dia ada bentuk oblong, ada bentuk canopy. Lepas tu dia ada element of structure, ada arch dekat situ. Okay, so it's very beautiful. Dia blend with the green and white. Lepas tu dia ada lighting to give the effect. Okay, and then dia ada water element dekat situ. So water memain peranan untuk menyejukkan kawasan tu, to make it balance. Okay, tak adalah semuanya structure ataupun taklah semuanya ada plants. Okay, dan elegant. Okay, so overall landscape, you can conclude landscape as a nature semula jadi. Mungkin landscape yang dekat kawasan bukit ataupun kawasan pegunungan ataupun in national park. Landscape as habitat untuk spesies-spesies flora dan fauna. Landscape as a problem, that's the issue. Landscape as culture, it represent Malay, Chinese or Indian. Landscape as history, ada sejarahnya landscape. Landscape as a place, dia represent identity ataupun image bandar ataupun sesuatu kawasan. Landscape as a wealth, okay, maksudnya property ataupun kemewahan. Macam contoh landscape dekat Eco Brander dengan landscape dekat perumahan biasa yang non-gated dan guarded. Okay, so it represent different because dekat Eco Brander people pay for the maintenance, so that's why the developer ataupun management body boleh provide that kind of beautiful. Okay, so I think this one you can read because landscape have different types of ataupun different strategy in different area. Kalau dekat kawasan industri macam mana, kawasan open space macam mana, kawasan perumahan macam mana, commercial macam mana, institutional area macam mana. So kalau you pergi pejabat pentadbiran ataupun pejabat kerajaan, landscape-nya dekat bahagian mana? Dekat lobi, dekat pintu masuk, dekat driveway ataupun kat luar masuk dekat guard house, sepanjang jalan utama. And then kalau dekat sekolah macam mana? Dekat padang bola, lepas tu dekat tengah-tengah courtyard. And then kalau kawasan industri, landscape tu adalah sebagai buffer zone yang memisahkan antara kawasan industri dengan komponen guna. Okay, this is kind of landscape roadside planting. So you tengok kalau dekat roadside ataupun tepi jalan, shrub dia orang akan letak colourful. Okay, it's very interesting, it's very attract. Tapi warna yang tidak keterlaluan hingga melalaikan driver sampai dia tengok pokok pun dia boleh accident. Okay, so the second photo tu menunjukkan pokok tu ditanam di intersection ataupun simpang. Okay, so kalau awak tengok batang dia memenuhi requirement which is more than 2 meter ataupun 2 meter batang dia, ketinggian dia. So it's very good for the visibility. Maksudnya driver akan clear, dia ada clear vision apa yang ada dekat depan dia ataupun apa kenderaan yang nak keluar daripada simpang tu. Sama juga dengan driver yang nak keluar daripada simpang tu, so dia nampak kiri dengan kanan dia ada kenderaan ke tidak. So pokok ataupun landscape tak menutup dia punya pemandangan. And then the third photo tu is the shrub yang menjadi pemisah antara laneway dengan pedestrian pathway. Okay, dia punya ketinggian pun sangat minimal, which is kalau awak berjalan dekat situ, dekat pathway, you will see the vehicle on the road, and then vehicle ataupun driver dalam kereta pun boleh nampak apa yang ada ataupun orang yang lalu lalang dekat pathway. So anything happen, contohnya macam ragut, robbery, merompak ke, penculikan ke, so people will be alert. Okay. And then yang dekat depan residential ni pun this is a lot of issue. Okay, contohnya bila berlakunya hujan lebat ataupun ribut taufan, pokok dekat depan rumah tumbang sampai ke tempat kereta, so dia melibatkan damage cause. Okay, because it melibatkan property. Lepas tu tumbang masuk ke rumah orang ke, dia punya daun gugur ke, itu pun isu juga. Okay, so bila you nak tanam pokok dekat depan kawasan rumah, itu sebenarnya adalah bawah tanggungjawab majlis bandaraya, tapi majlis kemungkinan kalau majlis yang kecil, berskala kecil, dia tak ada kemampuan dari segi kewangan untuk maintain all the trees yang dekat depan residential. So dia mengharapkan kerjasama local community untuk sama-sama jaga landscape dekat kawasan rumah masing-masing. This one pun sama. Okay, so you will see those photo. Yang first photo is dekat public space, very colourful, ada banyak colour. You will smell wangi. Okay, and then dekat jogging track ataupun dekat walkway tu pun the tree is very consistent, very clear. And then yang bawah tu is dekat residential ataupun private residential. You will see this is really Malay landscape sebab awak akan nampak ada kolam ikan, and then ada gazebo. Gazebo pun dia design ikut like macam rumah kampung. And then the last photo is landscape green, all green. Dia tak ada letak bunga because bunga is very hard to maintain sebab dia akan gugur, selalu gugur, and then you have to like trim all the time. So they just focus on the form. Okay, so kalau tengok dia tak ada bunga yang bercolourful ataupun pokok yang berbunga, tapi dia pokok biasa, green biasa, tapi dia ada form yang tersendiri, ada design dia tersendiri. Lebih strong, dia nampak lebih sophisticated. Okay, so this is I introduce what is actually landscape architect. Apa beza landscape architect? Ada ke landscape planner? Basically, memang landscape architect, they are the people who design the landscape master plan. Okay, so basically landscape architect is a person who is educated in the field of landscape architecture. So these two people adalah antara orang yang famous ataupun alumni UiTM yang sekarang mempunyai company landscape. Satu MLA Landscape Architects, and then second Morphosis Design Center. You have a time surfing in Google, try untuk search MLA Landscape and Morphosis Design, and then you can see their project, their awards ataupun achievement. Okay, you will see landscape tu bukan semata-mata about tanam pokok, it's more than that. Okay, so this is the normal process. Okay, what you have to do bila you involve in the practice of landscape architecture, you still have to do the site analysis, okay, doing the observation, prepare the site inventory, land planning, you see how the land users, and then planting design, you nak tanam pokok secara zigzag ke, secara berselang-seli ke, ataupun ke depan ataupun tinggi rendah ke, okay, you have to apply the planning, the design principle. And then the grading melibatkan terrain ataupun slope, okay, kawasan yang berbukit. And then dia melibatkan juga drainage system ataupun stormwater management. Stormwater management ni contohnya macam kalau pokok tu, pokok roadside planting tu, kalau tengok malam-malam akan ada lori majlis yang splash the water, maksudnya dia siram pokok pada waktu malam. So you have to know air yang diambil tu daripada air mana, sumber air mana, and then pipe, jenis-jenis pipe ataupun jenis-jenis pipe lah. Lepas tu, and then air daripada simbahan pokok tu akan ke mana? Adakah dia masuk ke longkang? Adakah dia akan serap ke tanah? Ataupun dia akan berlakunya water run off? Okay? Sustainable design, planning, design, management, maintenance and monitoring functional and aesthetic layout of the environment, construction specification. Ini melibatkan landscape architect, ensuring that all plans meet the current building codes. Okay, dia masih melibatkan simply tanam pokok dekat fasad bangunan, because dia mungkin akan menghalang sun direction ataupun menghalang wind direction, mungkin menghalang ventilation. Okay, so this is landscape planning. It's all about process. It's activity that involve protecting the natural resources. Okay, dia melibatkan juga aesthetic environment, pemandangan-pemandangan estetik, pemandangan-pemandangan hijau. So Miss nak awak berfikir, kalau awak buat township tak ada langsung landscape, tak ada langsung tree, what will happen? What will you see in your township? It will be dull, boring, isn't it? It's like empty, like macam tak ada soul. You need green, okay? Landscape planning helps in the city development, architecture, urban planning, recreation and tourism, but mostly for recreation. It helps to avoid unbalanced, unhealthy and unsustainable growth of human settlement. Macam ni lah, dia cakap. So you bayangkan kalau you punya township tak ada landscape, what will happen? Apa yang you akan nampak? You nampak semua rumah je, okay? Very stiff, kaku, okay? And then not only about flowers or park, it's also the way the architecture of beauty, remodeling of the houses, road and other engineering components of the environment. And then make planning proposal to be more analytical, okay, nak memenuhi requirement planning standard. Okay, this is 3 terms yang differentiate landscape. Okay, you have to understand what is landscape planning, what is landscape design, and then landscape management. Okay, landscape management and maintenance. Okay, normally kita panggil landscape management. Selalunya dia involve project manager. Okay, dia melibatkan proses daripada construction sampai ke maintenance. Okay, so landscape planning selalunya engage in decision making ataupun the process. Landscape design is to provide the master plan of recreation of landscape, and then landscape management is to managing the landscape lah. Okay. This is very interesting in terms of landscape. Normally you will listen, you will hear that people say softscape and hardscape, okay, and you say that it's part of the street furniture. So basically, yes, in urban design is part of the street furniture, but landscape is really big topic. Okay, that's why kita ada program landscape architecture. Okay, so here we have structural materials and plant materials. So I really hope that next time you will use the term of structural materials and plant material instead of you use softscape and hardscape. Okay, so you can read what is the example of structural materials and what is example of plant materials. This is an example of structural material. So you tengok dia ada rock, ada cobblestone, ada batu-batu, ada element of water, ada sculpture dekat tengah-tengah kolam pool tu, and then ada pergola, ada gazebo, ada bench lah, ada tempayan, ada ukiran, and then all the materials they use is normally something yang related to the earth, macam batu-batuan, kayu, okay, to make it. Kalau awak nak konsep landscape yang lebih kepada nature, yang very close to the nature ataupun very close to your culture, selalunya kita akan guna materials kayu. Kalau you want to really nampak modern ataupun elegan, selalunya kita akan guna konkrit lah, macam structure yang colour merah tu, and then yang tengah-tengah yang you can step on it pathway tu dia guna elemen batu. Okay, so tu adalah dekat tengah-tengah courtyard kawasan I think that is the MSU campus I think. Okay, so student boleh duduk dekat situ. Dia tak ada tanam pokok-pokok bunga yang very colourful, dia just tanam the green plants and then just for the purpose of to shaded the area for discussion ataupun just to chilling out. Okay. And then, okay, the first photo yang atas tu kita panggil void landscape. Landscape which is selalunya landscape arkitek akan letak ataupun akan design dekat fasad bangunan, office, service apartment ataupun apartment. But the issue is very costing, okay, because of dia akan tanam dekat the whole fasad bangunan. Let's say kalau 30 tingkat, so dia akan perlukan manpower, dia perlukan alatan yang lebih berbanding dengan plant ataupun tree yang kita tanam dekat on ground. Okay, ataupun awak akan jumpa some artificial plant yang diorang tanam just to make visual green visual, just nak nampak hijau saja. Okay, but it's good kalau ada void landscape ni because it's really help for the sun direction, wind direction, is help to cooling the air, to give you some fresh air. Okay, walaupun awak duduk dekat kawasan high rise yang mungkin awak rasa you are very far from the nature or from the green, but at least kalau ada void landscape ni you will feel something different lah. Okay, to make it balance between buildings and environment. And then the second photo tu dekat green area, dia ada buai dekat situ, you just plant a tree just to redupkan the kawasan. And then foto yang tengah-tengah is very good landscape design. Okay, because you have a shrub which is the jadi buffer between laneway and the pathway, so you will feel safe when you walk in the pathway because of they had the shrub. And then trees tu ketinggian dia sangat sesuai untuk visual. Okay, it's very good. And then on the right tu pun ada dekat wall, dekat dinding tu pun ada lagi trees, so it's really redup. Okay, so tak ada alasan cuaca dekat Malaysia ni panas so you tak boleh jalan kaki maybe from your college to your school ataupun from your home to your commercial area, as long as you provide a good landscape design. This is the planning process of the landscape development. The same as standard planning process. They have a spatial planning process starting from the federal level, and then state, and then local, and local involve community lah. Okay. You should start with the landscape program. You should highlight, you should enhance what is your aims, what is your objective. You nak provide landscape ni untuk siapa, untuk memenuhi keperluan siapa. Is it landscape ni untuk kawasan industri, is it landscape ni untuk kawasan komersial ataupun institution ataupun untuk public space. Okay, so you kena set up your aims and objective, baru you come up dengan your plan ataupun strategi. So bila dah ada strategi, based on the strategi tu baru you come up dengan master plan, and then baru you implement. Okay. So this is the rules from the nature conservation authorities, and then planning authorities ataupun government, and then interested public organisation ataupun NGO ataupun badan-badan yang bercollaborate dengan authority to make the landscape master plan happen. Okay, so you can read their rules. This is the importance of landscape planning in the context of sustainable development. First, to require an understanding of interaction between human activities and nature process. Okay, and then to make it balance ataupun to overcome the issues of urbanization, flooding, accelerated soil erosion, maksudnya pencemaran tanah because of aktiviti pertanian, biodiversity loss, global warming. Okay, that's why kalau awak pergi area tengah-tengah KL, you will feel very warm, sangat panas. Okay, because of too much tallest building yang wind direction tak boleh sampai kat bawah. Okay, so bahang tu terasa dekat bawah. Ozone layer depletion, penipisan lapisan ozon, pembakaran hutan, and then pollution. Okay, sekarang ni kalau awak baca news is hutan yang tengah terbakar adalah hutan hulu langan because of aktiviti pertanian secara haram. Okay, so back to the questions is the previous questions about how to make sure the landscape is sustainable. Okay, why that is very important, because we want to ensure public participation between community and local agency. Okay, we don't want to let the decision maker ataupun local government buat keputusan sendiri without considering what the needs ataupun what is the keperluan local community. Good landscaping is a powerful tool for the achievement of pleasant environment. That's why kalau awak tengok sekarang banyak developer ataupun township dibangunkan ataupun marketing strategy is jual landscape idea. Okay, so you are not only buying the house but you buy a landscape idea. Sustainability. Okay, this is the landscape planning strategy, which is to achieve a social, economic, and environmental. Okay, so I think you can read it by your own. Okay, so this is an example how landscape planning contribute to the social activity. Dan bila berlakunya social activity and then dia berkembang pada ekonomi and ecological. Okay, so this is a kebun-kebun bangsa, example of a most successful urban farming in Kuala Lumpur. The second one kita ada dekat section 19 Shah Alam. You can Google ataupun go to MBSA website. Okay, so kebun-kebun bangsa ni dibangunkan oleh dua orang engineer yang quit their job, and then they apply a land from the TNB to develop the urban farming. So now urban farming tu dah mampu mengeluarkan hasil tanaman sendiri dan dijual kepada orang awam. Saya segar yang tak menggunakan pesticide ataupun any kimia. And then at the same time they educate local people untuk keluarkan ataupun produce your own food. Maksudnya kita tak perlu pergi pasar, kita dah tak payah import food, bahan-bahan mentah. Okay, so kita boleh produce sendiri. Okay, so this is kind of food security. Okay, kita ada banyak tanah-tanah yang terbiar yang tak dibangunkan. Okay, and then dia buat juga workshop ataupun educate school children, kanak-kanak, cara-cara untuk menanam. Okay, it's good if you have a time ataupun you have the opportunity, maybe you can go to kebun-kebun bangsa or you can check them on Instagram. This is the importance of sustainable landscape design in housing areas, since you are doing planning and design of township that combine housing, residential and commercial industry. So you have to see how landscape contribute to the social interaction, social participation in urban farming, how local people more resilient. Okay, what will happen kalau satu hari kita tak import lagi makanan from outside. Okay, so we have to produce our own food, we have to grow our own food. Okay, untuk penjimatan, since cost of living semakin meningkat. And then aesthetic environment, aesthetic view, dan kita boleh mampu mengurangkan kadar kecepatan climate change. And then it involve physical. So awak tengok macam kalau awak dah age macam Tuan Syed, Prof Wan yang dah pension. So macam Tuan Syed is a very good example, sebab dia tahu pada usia macam tu dia cuma mampu untuk untuk berkebun, which is untuk dia berpeluh, untuk dia melakukan physical activity. So dia merasakan yang farming tu sajalah cara terbaik untuk dia berpeluh, untuk dia exercise, daripada dia duduk rumah saja tanpa melakukan apa-apa. And then ecological, dia membantu untuk kesuburan tanah, untuk melembabkan tanah, and then membantu untuk memberi keseimbangan antara kawasan hijau atau green area and the building. Okay, natural resources in a good and effective way. Okay, so this is very basic elements in designing the sustainable landscape. It's involve culture, the life of society, demography. So kalau bila cakap pasal demografi, you have to see dia punya profession, income ataupun education level. So you compare landscape design dekat Eco-World dengan dekat fasa 3. Okay, so of course lah Eco-World tu dia punya landscape very sophisticated and very modern. Okay, because of people pay for the maintenance fee. So duit maintenance fee itulah yang digunakan untuk maintain landscape ataupun mencantikkan rumah tu. Kan Miss dah cakap you bukan beli rumah tapi you beli the whole area termasuk landscape. tahu trend semasa, which is sekarang orang suka tanam pokok apa, indoor plant ke, outdoor plant ke, what jenis pokok yang memberi carbon dioxide yang tinggi ke, okay. So you nak letak pokok kat bilik, kat dalam office ke, kat luar rumah ke. And then materials, you guna plant ataupun structure materials, stability melibatkan in terms of cost and kesesuaian tapak ataupun topografi. This is issues and challenges in landscape planning. The most challenge in landscape is cost and maintenance, okay? Because maintenance melibatkan kewangan ataupun kos yang tinggi, termasuk kos untuk manpower, kos untuk equipment, tools, kos untuk tenaga ataupun water, kita panggil infrastructure. Okay, nanti kita akan pergi satu topik mengenai maintenance. This is maintenance, okay. So dia melibatkan budget, time consuming, which is setiap pokok yang ditanam dekat tepi jalan ataupun dekat kawasan majlis bandaraya, ada pokok ataupun jenis plant yang kita kena splash the water every day, pagi, and then ada jenis pokok yang weekly, ada yang per month ataupun ada yang per year, ataupun yang tak perlu kita splash the water, just mengharapkan air hujan. Macam pokok-pokok yang dah very strong, yang dah tua, tu dah tak payah splash lah. Selalunya yang kita splash pokok-pokok roadside planting yang dekat public park, yang dekat tepi jalan ataupun kat roundabout, yang shrub tu nak kena trim, okay, maybe seminggu sekali, 2 minggu sekali. So it needs a lot of money untuk bayar manpower, equipment and tool. Require consistent maintaining. Ni macam cakap lah, kalau pokok-pokok shrub yang perlu di trim tu, kalau awak tak trim, what will happen? So kena consistent. That's why kadang-kadang awak tengok ada kawasan-kawasan majlis kecil, due to the restriction ataupun limited in budget, so diorang tak mampu nak jaga landscape dekat this area. Mungkin dia only focus landscape dekat kawasan pusat bandar ataupun depan majlis bandaraya je. Irrigation system, sistem peparitan, negotiation a small space. I think this one I also give you a lecture on how to utilize the small space in residential. And also the big issue also poor communication and coordination between technical agency, jabatan landscape dengan jabatan kejuruteraan, jabatan landscape dengan arkitek, and even dengan konsultan ataupun dengan NGO, dengan badan-badan yang terlibat dengan landscape ataupun green area. Because in Malaysia kita ada satu culture yang we work in silo, okay, kita nak kerja because I dekat jabatan landscape, so semua hal-hal landscape is under me. I tak perlu nak refer pada arkitek, I tak perlu refer pada engineering. So it's wrong, okay. So we have to communicate each other. Macam juga planner kena kerja dengan surveyor, kena kerja dengan arkitek, tak boleh buat. Okay, so I think this photo represent everything. I really hope that you understand. Okay, so jangan sampai one day nanti awak kena tolak trees just to get the oxygen. Okay, so this is very important to take care of our trees, to take care of our forest, to preserve them, to protect them for our future, for our next generation. Okay, so awak tengok day by day bangunan tinggi makin dibina, jalan raya, highway makin banyak dibina, and then sampai we have to sacrifice all our trees. Semua kawasan-kawasan berbukit terpaksa ditarah because of urbanization. Okay, and then what we will see during the MCO, during the lockdown, all over the country and all over the world, awak tengok sungai kembali bersih, awak tengok gunung Himalaya pun kembali boleh dilihat because of air pollution drop, okay, because of kereta semua tak keluar, everyone stay at home, okay. So pollution, apa yang berlaku di dunia ini adalah disebabkan human activities, okay, because okay. So that's all the lecture on introduction to landscape planning. Very simple, very basic, that you only know what is a landscape, what is the difference between landscape planning, design and management, what is your role as a town planner, and what is the role as a landscape architect. Okay, so me suggest awak go through to the two website of the MLA Design and Morphosis Design to see how your project works. Okay, and then focus on the maintenance issue, focus on the issues and challenges in landscape planning, sustainable landscape planning. You should think that and consider how important landscape in our world, okay, in our city. Okay, so that's all for this lecture. We will continue to the lecture 11, technique in landscape planning. I hope you really understand for the today lecture. See you next time. Assalamualaikum.